I'm Connell. I'm an AmeriCorps member here at Knox County Stormwater Management, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what is a 100-year flood. So this term has been used in the past and has caused a bit of confusion about what exactly a 100-year flood means. And what do you think of when you first encounter a 100-year flood? What does that really mean? How would it really affect you if it happened? What makes it a 100-year flood? Are there 200-year floods? So there's lots of questions, and we'll go over a little bit today to help kind of clear that up. So first of all, no, a 100-year flood doesn't mean that it's only going to happen once in 100 years. What that actually means is that there's a 1% chance every year that there will be a flood of that magnitude. As you can see here in our AR Sandbox, we've created a basin. One area of the basin is marked at the 100-year mark. That's that little house with the red roof. So 99% of the time, a rainy day won't be enough to flood the homes that choose to settle over there. You can see it drains out and it's just fine. But there is that 1% chance that a massive storm will cause flooding at that point. So lots and lots of rain happens, and you can see that poor little house was completely surrounded. So that storm would be considered a 100-year flood, and the basin below the mark would be the 100-year floodplain. So what we mean by a 100-year flood doesn't really have much to do with how often a flood occurs, but rather how likely it is that a flood will occur. So does that mean that there are larger floods? There are 200 or 500-year floods? Definitely. Another type of flood you may hear about is the 500-year flood. This is a flood that has a 1 in 500 or 0.2% chance of occurring per year. So going back to the same basin, we see a second mark, so it's this house over here that's a little bit further up the floodplain. This marks the 500-year floodplain. So we would expect homes at this point to be relatively safe from flooding. But safer does not mean flood-proof. So with that longer flooding, you can see the water is starting to encroach on that home. So you might be asking, what does this mean for me as a Knox County resident? Well, if you have your home in the 100-year floodplain or you're thinking of building there, it's very important to have a good flooding insurance policy. Even if you're living outside of the floodplain, you could still be at risk. Most insurance companies don't automatically cover flooding damages. So it's important to be able to get that extra insurance just in case. Flooding is becoming more frequent and more severe, so those of you that might think you're safe and don't live in the floodplain, you could still be at risk for tens of thousands of dollars of damages. Flooding insurance is available for all Knox County residents, and you're welcome to check out the links that we've included to learn more about that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thanks so much for watching.